This is Inspire 2016 with your weekly tarot reading for the week commencing the 7th of January until the 14th of January 2019. The first card for you is representing, how do you feel about yourself? Your card is the Nine of Wands. You are so close to completing a particular project or task, but at the last minute, you are faced with yet another challenge or setback. Know that you have the inner resources necessary to overcome any difficulty you encounter, even though it may seem impossible at the time. You are so close to finally achieving success. Do not give up now. The Nine of Wands is a sign of hope and encouragement that if you stand firm and strong against your challenges, you will achieve your goal. The challenges before you now are only the last bit of darkness before the break of a wonderful dawn. The Nine of Wands is like the one last test or challenge before you can reach ultimate success. You feel as if you have come to the end of your fighting powers, but you have the skill and determination in reserve. You are in a position of strength, and by drawing upon all of your courage and abilities, you will prevail. Once the last obstacle is overcome, you are home free. The Nine of Wands encourages you to be resilient. You will continue to be opposed by hidden enemies, and your interests will be questioned. Even in the face of such adversity, when you are feeling battled and bruised, you need to be patient and vigilant. Be assured that you will eventually prosper if you maintain your position. And remember, if you do not succeed at first, then try again. The second card for you is representing, what do you want most right now? Your card is the Five of Cups. What do you want most right now is letting go of the past and learning from your mistakes. This card can often reflect a person who is caught up in the past and unable to move on, missing out on new opportunities. Bitter memories from the past continue to bother you, and often a great deal of the blame for past actions is placed on yourself and your inadequacies. To some it would seem that there is no way out of this situation, but the tarot always shows problems on one hand and solutions on the other. Forgiveness and the ability to recover after emotional loss are necessary. If you are feeling disappointed by another person's actions, and then find it within your heart to forgive that person, releasing yourself from the disappointment. You may also need to reassess your expectations that have led you to this disappointment. Were you expecting too much? Remember, too, that hindsight is much clearer than foresight, and present-day wisdom is gained from the mistakes of the past. Reflect on what led you to this point and understand what important lessons you can take from the experience. Even when things go pear-shaped, there is always something positive that can be gained by reflecting on the lessons learned. While it is true that much has been lost, there is still a ray of hope, because some of the cups in this card remain full and upright. You must not pity yourself when you find yourself in his situation. Instead of looking at the situation from a glass half empty perspective, look at it from a glass half full perspective. The third card for you is representing your fears. Your card is the Seven of Cups. You are afraid that your dreams and fantasies will not come true in your life. Your views of life at this time are a bit illusory, and may tend toward fantasies that cannot actually be realized in the real world. There is an unwillingness to deal with the day-to-day reality of life, and a need to get your head out of the clouds. You may be feeling unclear about what you are really searching for in order to become fulfilled. You may also be hiding something from yourself that probably has to do with your subconscious emotions. These illusions and diversions need to be stripped away and seen for what they really are. You are refusing to examine yourself and to ask yourself what will truly fulfill you. Instead of taking a few quiet moments to reflect, You are using every waking hour to consume yourself with the active pursuits of things which may or may not satisfy you. You need to stop and give yourself some time and space to think carefully about where your best intentions lie. On a more positive note, the Seven of Cups can indicate a time when you are finally breaking through a fog of confusion and illusion to focus on your chosen goal. With resolution and purpose, you are now setting your intentions and finding solutions. The fourth card for you is representing what is going for you. Your card is the Three of Swords. You might be feeling lonely, heartbreak, betrayal, separation and grief. By preparing for this difficult event, the emotional blow can be minimized or even prevented entirely. This is all about release. When you have suffered a major setback or loss, it is a good time to have a good cry, which is all part of the cleansing process. Expressing your sadness and letting it all out will then help you to move on to better times. However, it is also important that you continue to focus on the future path ahead. There can be a risk that you may become overly absorbed in the loss and the surrounding emotions that you lose sight of the need to just let go and move on. The loss becomes your focus rather than the recovery. It is time to accept the loss and then move forward with your life. That said, pain, sorrow and grief are often a necessity in the journey of life. Without pain, there would be no challenge and no lessons learned. Pain can be a great motivator because it encourages you to surmount obstacles and ultimately learn from your mistakes. Each challenge you encounter creates that initial pain, which is inevitably turned into an opportunity to grow stronger and to change the direction of your life as a result of the lessons learned. While the pain may cloud your vision for a certain period, it will eventually allow you to see clearly and to put the past behind you. Though life seems meaningless at the time, recovery can and will occur. It takes faith, self-love, forgiveness and time. Count your blessings. The Three of Swords therefore serves as a reminder that if you can start to see pain as a learning opportunity, life will suddenly become less painful. You need to really get in touch with pain and sorrow. Challenges remain, but once they are no longer perceived as negative or bad, they lose a lot of their impact. This card is therefore encouraging you that you have the ability to conquer any pain that comes your way. Understand how the pain can help you grow. If someone has betrayed you and you do not think you can never love again, challenge that belief. Do not be surprised when your heart emerges from darkness, capable of loving even more than before. The fifth card for you is representing what is going against you. Your card is the Ace of Pentacles. You are afraid that a financial opportunity may fall through. The opportunity may be a pay rise, a new job, a loan, etc. Additionally, you need to be very careful about what you can and cannot afford. Do not get in over your head and take on a mortgage that requires huge monthly repayments. Do not rely on the promise of a financial opportunity in the future, for example a pay rise or a gift. Allow some fat in your budgeting in case you are without employment at any time or have a large and unexpected financial outlay. Similarly, the Ace of Pentacles indicates a time when you try to manifest your goals but you do not get very far along due to delays and other impediments to your plans. If your success is limited, then you may need to re-evaluate and modify your plans and proposed approach. Your goals may also need to be realigned to something more realistic. Financial or other professional advice may be needed to help you get back on track. This card can also indicate corruption, greed and taking what one has not earned. Be careful that you are not being overly opportunistic and exploiting others as you strive towards higher profits and earnings. You may also be blinded by an obsession for greater financial accumulation and wealth, at the expense of other areas of your life. If you are considering starting a new business or taking up a new job offer, there is a significant risk to success due to lack of planning and foresight. You may overlook the financial details of your business plan, and head into a new idea blindly, without an indication of whether or not there is indeed a market for your services. You may also rush into creating a business, without doing the planning that needs to sit behind it. You need to plan more and have more foresight and consideration into the financial aspects that align to your passions and career interests. The last card for you is representing the likely outcome that you may have. Your card is the Ten of Pentacles. You finally reach a point of completion and accomplishment in your journey. This sense of accomplishment is likely to be as a result of an improved career path, more solid financial reserves, a stable home environment, and a possible committed and long-term relationship. This is one of those cards that shows that everything will eventually come together in a wonderful way, and you will feel highly successful and proud of everything you have achieved. You will also feel compelled to share this success with others to ensure that they are also well cared for. With the focus on the family, you may be more inclined to direct a lot of your energy into ensuring that your family has everything that they need, from finances to security and a good home life. You want to ensure that your children and family will always have everything they need. This card shows how family, or even extended family, is incredibly important. It represents tradition, being a part of something bigger and realizing that the blood of your ancestors runs through your veins. It signifies that you are part of a long chain of individuals who subsequently creates a family, a tribe, and a society. It provides structure where you can sit safely and comfortably, knowing that you are a part of history and heritage. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Seven of Fire. Stand your ground and don't back down. You might need to defend your beliefs or decisions, and you will be successful. It's important to assert yourself and go for what you want. There's strength in adversity, and you've got what it takes. Stand up for your convictions. Stay alert and vigilant. Don't drop your guard just because you're in the right. Others may envy what you possess. Additional meanings of this card: choosing your battles wisely, learning to say no, self-confidence, courage, challenging those in power, perseverance.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.